So for today's video, we want to take a look at some of the top neighborhoods in Prosper, Texas. Now, this is 100% absolutely not a complete list of all the neighborhoods in Prosper, but I do want to start out by highlighting some of the new construction that is going on within the city of Prosper, as well as some of my favorite neighborhoods as well. Now, there are going to be tons of neighborhoods that we will get into later on in some other series because Prosper is growing like crazy. There has been some phenomenal neighborhoods that have actually been around for quite a while, some that are a little bit older, some not quite as old. But of course, everybody's asking about new construction. And even if there is still new construction happening within Prosper, Texas, within some of these master plan communities, there actually have been around for quite a while as well in some of them. So we do want to highlight new construction, but then give you a little bit of a sneak peek at some phenomenal neighborhoods right within the city of Prosper. So of course, make sure you stick around to the end so you can see some of our favorites in case that might be something that you are looking for. And like I said, this is going to be the first video that we're talking about some of these neighborhoods here in Prosper, Texas, because we do have some more coming down the line because we are getting asked quite a bit. Of course, I've had clients requesting specifically new construction only, but then other clients who, when they've gotten down to it, they have said, actually, we don't want to be in new construction. Make sure there is no new construction around. We don't want to fight with construction trucks. So let's get something a little bit more established. So regardless of which area that you are moving to, that could certainly be something that could tailor to your personal preferences. New construction versus not new construction. Maybe you don't even want to deal with it at all. So let's get right into it with one of the ever popular new construction communities here in the city of Prosper, Texas. And of course, it's the one that gets talked about quite a bit because of how big it is and all of the amazing amenities right within its own master plan community. And of course, that is going to be the community of Windsong Ranch. It is obviously one of the most talked about communities here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, mainly because of its crystal blue lagoon, because people seem to think you don't need to go to the Bahamas to get crystal blue water. You just need to go to Windsong Ranch. Now, Windsong Ranch is located just on the north side of Highway 380 from Frisco, Texas, and actually the new PGA headquarters. It's about 3.5 miles from the Dallas North Tollway, 43 miles to downtown Dallas on a toll road. And if you need to get over to DFW, it's about 33 miles down multiple toll roads. So another thing that you can think about too, maybe you don't need to go to downtown Dallas. Maybe you actually like Windsong Ranch because of its convenience and location to the city of Denton. Well, that's going to be about 17 miles straight to the west down Highway 380. So another thing to think about, lots of construction. If you've been out there, if you know anything about the area and you do have to commute, just something to be prepared for kind of like, we'll just call it the unforeseeable future, because construction just never seems to end. Now, when Windsong Ranch is going to be completed, it's going to have over 3,300 homes right within its own master plan community. It has over 2,000 acres in the community, including 600 acres of open space, lakes, wooded creeks, parks, and trails. It also has lots of outdoor fields, and of course, the always talked about, like I mentioned, the resort style Blue Lagoon. Now, homes within Windsong Ranch are going to range anywhere from about 1,300 square feet to over 7,200 square feet. Of course, the smaller homes are going to be in their townhomes slash villa style homes in the community. So of course, those are going to have 0 lot lines, but the single family homes are going to range anywhere from, as you can see, just about 1.5 to 0.87 acres. So there are some larger lots within Windsong Ranch. And if that's something that you're looking for, it just might be a little bit harder to find based on the builder and the location within the community of Windsong Ranch. Now, the homes in Windsong Ranch were actually started being built back in 2014, but they're still under construction and there is still quite a bit of build to be done. So we're looking at quite a few years down the line before Windsong Ranch is going to be completely finished. There's also multiple different neighborhood sections within Windsong Ranch. The smaller, more affordable townhomes and villas are starting in around the $400,000 range, but homes within the community are upwards of over $2.7 million which are of course going to be on some of these luxury home sites. It's when you go throughout the community, based on the view, the location, and what it is that you're getting is obviously going to determine what your lot premium is going to be. But there are multiple different communities that all have different little names within Windsong Ranch. So you have Anthem and Creekside and Northview, for example. And the luxury homes are going to be in some of the areas like Lakeside, Summit, and the Peninsula communities. So different areas based on the builder and based on what you're going to be getting within Windsong Ranch. Now, the 5-acre tropical blue lagoon and the white sandy beach is actually open year round. So we get those rare occasions where the weather is, 94 degrees in January, and you can actually go out and enjoy the Blue Lagoon in the middle of January. So some of these master plan communities will only have their pools open from like Memorial Day to Labor Day, which really stinks. So your Blue Lagoon is going to be open year round if that's something that you're looking for. Now, within Windsong Ranch, you're also going to have tons of other amenities. There are multiple resort pools, not just your beautiful Blue Lagoon. There's a splash park, a fitness center, tennis, pickleball courts, sports courts, hiking and biking trails, a 18-hole disc golf course, and a dog park. Now, Windsong Ranch actually has a slogan that says, "Every place else is just ordinary." And judging by all of the amenities that Windsong Ranch has, that actually very well may be true. One of the main reasons that people do want to move into Windsong Ranch is because of the number of amenities and activities and events that Windsong Ranch puts on. The main amenities is a park called the Commons, which is, kind of right as you enter in on the south side of Windsong Ranch. It has a clubhouse there that actually really does stand out compared to a lot of the other clubhouses or amenity centers that you might find in some of these other communities all throughout the Metroplex. It has more of like that modern design that really does make you feel that you're hanging out in one of those high-end country clubs. And inside that clubhouse, they also have the Windsong Cafe, where you can order from full breakfast and a lunch menu, or you could actually just stop in and get some of their specialty coffees and treats that they sell within their cafe as well. And it really does make a great place for you to meet up with your friends or just pop in on your way to work. Residents also do have access to the on-site fitness center, which is really equipped with, all the state-of-the-art equipment. Who needs to join the country club or Lifetime Fitness? You could just use the amenity center in the Windsong Ranch community. So there really is not going to be any need to leave the community for some high-priced gym membership when you can just get it right within your own neighborhood. And right next door to the Commons are two of Windsong Ranch's beautiful pools. They do have a lap pool, so if you're more of a serious swimmer, or maybe your kids are on the school swim team and they need to get in their extra laps before practice or after practice or on the weekends, you have that. And there's also another resort style pool for those who just want to cool off, as well as a splash pad for the little kiddos. And those pools are actually surrounded by some of the neighborhood's beautiful landscape with wide open green space. It does have a small lake and walking trails, as well as just that gorgeous atmosphere that you feel like you're on vacation, which is what Windsong Ranch really wants to make their residents feel like. Who needs to go on vacation when you can just live right within their own master plan community? Now, the pool areas out there in Windsong Ranch also have cabanas, making it really the perfect place to get out of the sun. Maybe you have little ones that you're bringing out with you to the pool who need nap time and you need to kind of shade them while your other kids are still out there playing or you're visiting with your friends. This really, honestly, would have been ideal for me back in the day because raising 4 kids who absolutely loved going swimming, I remember always having to make sure that we were back in time for nap time. But just lounge out in your beautiful cabana and let your little ones nap or hang out all day while the other kids are out swimming. So just really another great bonus of just making you really feel like you're out at one of these expensive resorts. Now, as the community of Windsong Ranch continues to grow, they are going to continue to build and add on additional amenities within the community as well. And the beautiful 5-acre Blue Lagoon that they have out there is also perfect for not only swimming, but you can take your paddle boards out there and your kayaks. So there really are multiple things that you can do right out there in the lagoon, which is fantastic. You don't have to go out to one of our lakes to do some of those activities. You can do those things right in the comfort of your own neighborhood. The lagoon also has a beautiful sandy beach which makes it a tropical paradise right in the middle of North Dallas. You can rest under the shade, use the barbecue grills that they have set up there as well. So bring your lunch or your hot dogs and grill out with the kids and your friends and it's just somewhere that you can absolutely spend the entire day there. Now, some of the builders that are building within the community of Windsong Ranch are Huntington Homes, Belle Claire, Coventry, Shattuck, Southgate, Normandy, American Legend, Bloomfield, Tradition, Partners in Building, and Grenadier Homes. So lots of home builders throughout the community, which is another really great thing that gives it a little bit more of a variety, and all the homes don't end up looking the same. Now, the schools that feed into the community of Windsong Ranch do obviously belong to the Prosper Independent School District, and according to niche.com, you'll see that those are given A+ ratings. And because a lot of these schools are newer and they're continuing to build newer schools as the area grows, those are just really getting some of these state-of-the-art amenities within the school system, which is another thing that is drawing a lot of people to the area as well. Within Windsong Ranch, there is currently Windsong Elementary School on site, and while Reynolds Middle School is maybe about 8 miles away right now, Prosper High School is about 7 miles away, and ultimately, when everything is going to be said and done within Windsong Ranch, it's going to have 4 schools with an on-site middle school and high school as well. So everything's going to be right within your own community. So how's that for a little bit of an update on Windsong Ranch? It does seem like they're going to be building forever over there because the community does just keep going on and on forever, it seems. And of course, if you want more information about Windsong Ranch or any of the other communities in Prosper, that's what I'm here for. Reach out to that number down below. Let me know how I can help. All right, so let's move on. Next up for new construction and another fantastic community is going to be the community of Star Trail. Now, obviously, it's not nearly as big as Windsong Ranch, but it will have over 1,800 homes when it's completed, situated on just about 900 acres. So this master plan community is home to some of the area's top builders as well. Builders like American Legend are in there, Britton Homes, Highland Homes, Toll Brothers, Coventry, and the lot sizes in there are going to be anywhere from around 55 feet upwards to about 86-foot lots. And prices within Star Trail are starting at around $800,000 upwards of over $1 million. So another pricey community, but of course with the high prices are going to give you some phenomenal builders and larger homes on hopefully some larger lots in the community. Now, the location of Star Trail is about 2.3 miles from the Dallas North Tollway. It's about 5 miles from the PGA headquarters. To get over to Denton is going to be about 22 miles down the lovely Highway 380 as well. Now, if you do want to head down into the Frisco area to the Star, for example, that's about 11 miles down the Dallas North Tollway. To get down to Dallas is about 42 miles, and over into the DFW airport is going to be about 32 miles. Now, the square footage of homes in Star Trail are going to range anywhere from around 1,600 square feet to over 4,800 square feet. And lot sizes in Star Trail are going to be at about 0.157 to just over about a half of an acre. Now, homes in Star Trail were starting to be built back in 2017. And like I said before, they are still currently under construction. So we do have a ways to go before Star Trail is completely built out. So lots of new construction opportunities within the community of Star Trail. Now, the luxury of having it all in Star Trail is also going to come with a lot of exclusive and private amenities as well. There are neighborhood lakes, beautiful fountains. Those are going to just greet you as you are driving into the community, which makes it a really nice feel as you enter into Star Trail. There are also miles of hiking and biking trails all throughout the community, which we talk about all the time. Another one of the great things that I love about a lot of these master plan communities here. As you do continue down Star Trail's winding tree-lined entrance, you're going to find the community center with a great amenity area as well. This is a 5-acre open area, which is of course reserved exclusively for Star Trail residents and their guests. And it includes a community clubhouse with party rooms, extensive outdoor lounge areas with a fireplace and a big screen TV. It does have 3 resort-style pools. It's going to have a sunning pool, a leisure pool, and a separate children's pool. It also has 2 party pavilions, complete with grills and outdoor dining tables. It has a 1-acre children's playground with covered picnic pavilion, It has lighted tennis and pickleball courts. It has 2 Town of Prosper parks with playgrounds and basketball. A brand new second resident amenities center is going to be opening up in 2024 with additional pools and playground and tennis and pickleball courts. So it's continuing to grow, and as it's growing, it's continuing to add more and more amenities for all of the residents that are living within the community of Star Trail. Now, on site, Star Trail does have its own elementary school, which is Joyce Hall Elementary. And just up the street is Rushing Middle School, and it does also feed into Prosper High School as well. Now, next up for new construction is going to be Lakewood at Brookhollow. Now, Lakewood does have homes from Tradition, Highland, Shattuck, Toll Brothers, Perry, Britton, and Darling Homes. Lakewood at Brookhollow is going to be located more on the southeast side of Prosper, only a few miles away from Highway 380. With the location very easy to get over to the Dallas North Tollway and US 380. The PGA headquarters is about 7 miles down the road. The Star Ford Center is going to be about 13 miles down the Dallas North Tollway down into Frisco. It's going to take you about 44 miles to get down to downtown Dallas. DFW is going to be about 33 miles. And because you're more over on the east side of Prosper, it's going to be about 24 miles if you need to get over to the city of Denton. Now, the square footage of homes within Lakewood at Brookhollow is about 2255 square feet to over 4,300 square feet within their community. They're going to have lot sizes of 0.16 to just over about a quarter of an acre. So some of these lot sizes are certainly going to be smaller over in this community, but it still has some fantastic builders, and it does have new construction opportunities. Now, the homes over here were started back in 2018, and like I said, it's still under construction, so we still have a little bit of time before that is continuing to be built out. So if new construction is what you're looking for, Lakewood at Brookhollow is another great option. Now, within this community, residents also have access to the community's 5-acre amenity site that does have a very nice clubhouse over there. It has a covered patio, resort-style pool. It also has a 10-acre private park with a pond, and it's going to be practically right next door to the brand new public park, which is going to house a lot of the future sports and practice facilities, as well as miles and miles of walking trails all throughout the native grasslands that we have here in Texas. Lakewood at Brookhollow also offers a much lower HOA fee than some of the other communities, and they do not have a mud or a PID tax. So if that's something that you're looking into, something that you don't know anything about, it could certainly affect you based on which community that you're looking to move into. And the fact that this one doesn't have either is a very great bonus. Now, this particular community, like I said, is going to be close to a brand new city park that's coming soon, which is called the Raymond Community Park. So if you want more information on that, in fact, if your kids are going to be signing up for any sort of baseball or team sports, it might be very convenient that that park is going to be right next door. And not only does it have the resort style pool, but it has a top pool and a really great nature inspired playground. So really something for everybody. If you have kids, if you want to be able to enjoy the outdoors, there's going to be lots of options in this community as well. Outside, they do have a fireplace, and again, like I said, miles of walking trails. And in the future, it's going to have tennis courts and sports practice fields within their community too. So not only are you going to have the Raymond Community Park right next door, but you're going to have some of these options right within your own community. Now, the schools that do feed into Lakewood at Brookhollow is going to be the Cynthia Cockrell Elementary School, which is about 4 miles away, and the Lorraine Rogers Middle School. That one is actually located within the community. And just down the street, in fact, not even a mile down the street from this community, is the brand new Walnut Grove High School that just opened up in 2023. So just super convenient if you have high schoolers and you do want to move within this community. Now, next on our list is going to be the Lakes at Legacy. Now, in this particular community, homes are being built by Grand Homes and Shattuck Homes. Now, there aren't tons of new construction options, but regardless, they're newer homes in a smaller, more, I guess we'll call it boutique community. Now, this particular community is located just east of Windsong Ranch and about 1.5 miles from the Dallas North Tollway, right off of Highway 380. It's going to have lots in the 55, 65, and 75 foot size, And prices are going to start at around $860,000 and go upwards of over $1.5 billion, depending on your upgrades, of course. Now, homes also start at around 2,300 square feet and go up over 4,400 square feet. The lot size is 0.14 to just over a quarter of an acre also. Now, all of these homes in this particular community are actually going to be a little bit newer than some of the others. They started building in 2020, and like I said, they're still under construction. We still have a little bit of time before this particular neighborhood is finished being built out. So certainly something to look at getting into if that's something that you're looking for and you don't want one of these, bigger master plan communities. Now, this master plan community is not only going to have these big, beautiful, spacious homes, it's going to have a 6.5 acre fishing lake with, of course, tons of walking trails that lead you all throughout the community and around the lakes that you're going to find there. It also has a resort style pool with an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, and outdoor seating. So if you do want to host maybe a neighborhood get together or a family party, there's going to be a great option to be able to do that out there as well. But let's kind of talk a little bit about the growth of Prosper and what's been happening here. Now, the population numbers from 2020 census was only at just over 30,000 residents. Now, in 2024, it's showing that it has just barely under 45,000 residents, which is a growth rate of over 45%. So just to prepare you with that kind of growth, it doesn't mean that the roads have been keeping up with the amount of people that are moving into the Prosper area quite yet. So that, of course, is a big, huge discussion continuing to happen about the amount of growth and everything that is coming into this area and all the construction that is happening on all of these roadways. So, of course, with growth, sometimes some people are just able to be a little bit more patient than others. All right, so we did touch on some of my favorite new construction communities in Prosper, but let's kind of highlight a few established neighborhoods in Prosper. Now, I'm only going to highlight a few. I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper and highlight some more later on down with some other videos, but let's kind of get into a few of my favorites. And one of the first ones that I want to talk about is the Lakes of La Cima. Now, prices in this particular neighborhood are going to range from around $875,000 to just over probably about $1.5 million. Now, it is a neighborhood that started back in 2005 and kind of built through about 2019. It has 2 resort pools, trails, ponds, parks, and a lot of other great amenities, which, not to mention the big, beautiful trees that line some of these neighborhoods all throughout this community, which is obviously one of my favorites. Now, Lakes of La Cima is located about 3.2 miles from the Dallas North Tollway, about 6 miles from the PGA headquarters, and about 12 miles from the Star down in Frisco. And to get down to downtown Dallas is going to take you about 42 miles, and over to DFW is going to take you about 32 miles. Now, the homes within the Lakes of La Cima are about 2,800 square feet to over 5,500 square feet. And the lot sizes are going to be a little bit bigger because back in the day when they started some of these other communities, lot sizes weren't quite as small as you're going to get now. Lot sizes start at about just under a quarter of an acre and do go to just over about a half of an acre. So a lot of people want space and maybe not a super old home, but a more established neighborhood. And this could be another great one if that's something that you're looking for. Now, within this community, they do have an on-site elementary school, which is Folsom Elementary. And the middle school does feed into Lorene Rogers, which is actually just across the road from the community of Lakes of La Cima. And the high school is actually going to be Prosper High School, which is about 4.2 miles just up the street. Now, the next community that I want to highlight is the community of Whitney Place. Now, Whitney Place has 532 homes and is more on the east side of Prosper as well. And as you go through the neighborhood, it has these beautiful bridges, it has a community pool, multi-million-dollar custom homes, some of them on 1-acre lots, but also there are a few more slightly affordable options in this community as well. Now, this particular community of Whitney Place is located about 6.8 miles over to the Dallas North Tollway. The PGA headquarters is about 9.7 miles. And since it's on the east side, it does border the city of McKinney. So maybe you need to get to downtown McKinney. Well, that's only going to be about 9 miles from Whitney Place. And if you do need to get down to downtown Dallas, that's going to be about 45 miles. And over to the DFW airport, that's going to be about 36 miles. Now, the homes in Whitney Place are going to be just over 3,200 square feet, and they are going to range to over 8,200 square feet. So it really does have some phenomenal luxury homes within the community of Whitney Place. But what you're going to get in this particular community for the price is certainly going to be quite a bit less than some of these other areas throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area, especially if it's newer construction closer to some of these major cities that we have. Now, the lot sizes are also going to be larger than some of these other communities, especially some of the new construction communities. They are going to start at about 0.2 and they are going to go up to over an acre. So people with space, maybe a larger home, and maybe not the $5 million price tag, this could be a great option if you do love living in the Prosper area. Now, the homes here in Whitney Place were built back from about 2008 to about 2018. So it's another community that's been around for a few years. Now, the schools for Whitney Place, they do have an on-site elementary school, which is Cynthia Cockrell, and the middle school is Reynolds, which is about 4.8 miles west, right down Prosper Trail Road, and it's more on the west side of Preston Road. And the high school is going to feed into Walnut Grove, and that's only about a mile down the street as well. So another good thing about some of these schools, not having to sit in the carpool pickup line for hours on end. All right, the last community that I do want to highlight in this particular video is going to be Gentle Creek Estates. Now, this particular community is actually nestled all around Gentle Creek Golf Club, which is the only golf course within the city of Prosper. I mean, at least currently, you never know what's going to be coming down the line. But if you are really into golf, you love those golf course views, this could be the perfect fit for you, especially if maybe you have a little bit higher of a price point. Now, this particular community does span 630 acres. A lot of the homes do have gorgeous golf course views, and it is surrounded by natural woods and lakes. It also does have an amenity center with an outdoor lap pool. It has some pocket parks within it and a 22-acre lake. So it's absolutely beautiful. I love this community, and it really is just one of the prettiest areas that I have seen, especially here in the city of Prosper. Now, the prices in this particular community, you can actually, there's a small little section that does have, we'll call it more affordable priced homes. So prices do start at about $590,000, but there are a couple homes that are just pulling in over $3 million. So definitely some pricier homes, but you are looking in the $1 to $2 million range for a lot of the homes within the Gentle Creek Estates, just to kind of depending on your view and the location and the size of your home. So the location of the Gentle Creek Estates is actually about 6.5 miles from the Dallas North Tollway. It's a little bit further on the northeast side of the city of Prosper. To get over to the PGA headquarters is about 9.5 miles. The Star down in Frisco is about 15 miles. But if you want to get over to downtown McKinney, since we're over here on the east side of the city, that's going to be at about 10 miles. But if you're going to have to trek down to downtown Dallas, that's going to be about 46 miles. And to get over to the DFW airport is going to be about 35 miles. But again, another thing to think about, you are going to probably be taking the Dallas North Tollway, and then you're going to be getting on the 121 Sam Rayburn Tollway. So you have a lot of tollways just to get out of the city of Prosper. And the square footage of the homes here in Gentle Creek Estates do start at around 2,100 square feet, upwards of over 8,700 square feet. So again, like I said, there's some really luxurious, gorgeous, huge homes within this community. Not all of them are, but you can certainly find a number of them if that's something that you're looking for. All right, and the lot sizes here are going to range from about 1.6 to over 2.6 acres. So definitely some beautiful space out there. And the homes that are built in this particular community were actually started back in 1998, with the majority of them kind of built in the 2000s. But there was also just a gorgeous brand new construction home that was completed back in 2023. But for the most part, it's pretty much built out in that particular area. Now, the schools that do feed into Gentle Creek Estates, the elementary school is going to be Cynthia Cockrell, which is about 2 miles down the street. The middle school is Lorene Rogers, which is about 2.4 miles away. And the high school is going to be Prosper High School, which is about 3 miles away. Okay, so I know if I wanted to deep dive way more into some of these fantastic neighborhoods here in Prosper, Texas. I could have stretched this video out for quite a while, but we don't want to give you all of the good stuff all at once. So don't forget to keep checking back for when we drop more information about Prosper and a lot of the other great neighborhoods and cities right here in the DFW area. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe this particular video and any of the other videos that you watch here on our channel. Leave your comments down below, and if you have any questions at all about how we can help you make that smooth move here to the Dallas, Texas area, or questions about Prosper, don't forget to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and let us know how we can help you find the perfect place to live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And until next time, take care.